One of the great lies of life is follow your passion.
Yes, I know. I know the first question that comes to your mind is, who is this man and why should you listen to him? Firstly, we have to understand that listening to that person that's already in that position we want to be is like following a clear map that leads to our dream life without any obstructions whatsoever. Now, in a simple statement, for the man you want to know, his name is Mark Cuban, and he's a self-made billionaire and an entrepreneur who started from absolutely nothing. He started from selling racks door to door to building himself and to having an asset worth over $6 billion. At a certain point in your life, chances are you have once been advised to follow your passion or do what you love doing. But never did you know that that is the worst advice you could ever get or give. So, in this video, I'm just going to list the crazy reasons why following your passion could put you in danger. And I'm going to as well give you the solution of what to do instead of following your passion. I don't know if I'm the only one that noticed this. Most people don't listen to people they can't exchange life with. They don't listen to people who are already in the situation they want to be in future. I don't see a reason why you should listen to someone you can't exchange life with. What we people specialize is different from one another. For instance, I may know how to make shoes very, very well, and you may know how to plait hair. And let's say when I wanted to start my shoe business, I was thinking of, who can I take advice from? I was thinking of who to take advice from. And now decided to take advice from someone who knows how to plait hair. How does that go hand in hand? It does not go hand in hand. That is why you are mostly likely to get the wrong advice because that person is not in your line of specialization. And if you ask me that who would I rather listen to? Is it my aunt that is a lawyer by profession or a successful business tycoon that is already in that place I want to be or that is very close to that place I want to be in life? And my response will be that I would rather listen to that person that is already in that position I want to be. And my reason being is that that person has already passed the hurdles. That person has failed countless times and stand up again. That person has made a whole lot of mistakes and he has already leveraged on those mistakes that put him to where he is today. And most of all, this person is already in that path or in a similar path I want to tread. And he is financially educated, financially aware, and even financially equipped. No, I am not talking about teachings from school. I am talking about real life experiences, financial real life experiences. You know, the theories we have been taught in school is just way different from the things we experience in life. And once again, just one more time, it is a very dumb idea to take advice from someone you wouldn't want to trade places with. So, according to Mark Cuban, he said, our passion does not worth a nickel. That is, it does not worth a token. Think about all those passions you have had in the past or even at the present moment. How many of those passions do you consider making a career out of? Or how many of them do you think of building a company around? And I'll explain why. He now concluded that instead of following your passion, why not follow your efforts? And do you know what the fun fact is? Mark Cuban, who now has a very big technology-based company, was never into technology while he was in college. It was not his area of specialization. It was not his passion while he was in college. He narrated that there was an exam they did in college that was based purely on computer and he literally cheated because he didn't know anything about technology or computer then. He cheated in that exam. Thank God he didn't get caught. Now, this is where the story becomes more interesting. He said, the journey started when he got his first job. And what was his first job? His first job actually deals with technology. It deals with computer. And at first, it was like, whoa, how am I going to cope? Am I really going to do this? Am I the one really accepting this job? But he literally accepted the job just because he needed money. And this is what happened. When he started the job, he realized at a point that, it's like, I'm loving this thing. After undergoing some little trainings about how to work on computers, how to deal with technology, and he was gradually becoming perfect in it. He later decided that, it's looking like I'm liking this thing, like I love it. And he realized that he can literally spend 8 good hours on the computer without feeling stressed, without, like, after spending that 8 hours, he was going to feel like he just spent like some minutes, like 10 minutes or so, because he didn't see it as stress. He was concentrating so hard and he later fell in love with this work. Now, this is the point. And the point is that he later realized that he can really become good at technology just because that is where he put most of his efforts on, not basketball, not football. You remember, I told you it was not his passion before, but just because he needed the money, he later realized that, oh, he's spending so much time on this, and he did not even see it as stress. And that was where the inspiration of his company came from. And that was how he started his computer consulting service, which later grew very big, that he sold the company for $6 million to another company known as CompuServe in the year 1990. Now, I know you are still kind of confused, and if you still don't understand what this man, this billionaire tycoon is trying to illustrate, is trying to explain here, I'm going to use another example from an ex-director at the PayPal company. We are going to use his illustration to his team as an example here. One day he sat with his team members and the discussion just came up, out of nowhere, and he was now stating the reasons why he was advising his core team, his team member, why they should not follow their passion. This man I'm talking about is a director at PayPal company. So he actually has a lot of experience and he must have passed through something before he can advise his co-member about following their passion or not. This is how his illustration went. He illustrated with a Venn diagram. The Venn diagram consists of 3 circles. Looking at this Venn diagram as a perfect illustration, the green area represents talent, the pink area represents passion, and the blue area represents money. And he explains that those are the 3 major things about job. If you are good at it, it is called talent. If you are passionate about it, it is called passion. And if it pays you well, that is where the money circle represents. And he further explains that there are very few people in the world who falls in that red portion of the Venn diagram. The red portion is the one that combines both talent, passion, and money. And for those that falls in the red part, it means they are very good at what they are doing. They also happen to have passion for it, and they even have a lot of money to back it up. Like someone that is a very big fashion designer, the person is also a supermodel and is also a famous photographer. But unfortunately, most of us don't fit in here. Many people lie in the purple area. That is, they are good at what they are doing and it also pays them well. And some people are just at the green area, that is, they are good at what they are doing, but they are making every effort to fall into the purple area so that they can have some money to back up what they are good at doing. And again, there are many selfless souls that falls in the yellow area, that is, they have both talent and passion. For example, those who work in the NGO and doctors who choose to work in a small health center. Also, there are people who fall in the gray area, that is, they are not very good at what they are doing, but they have passion for it, and they also get money benefits from that same job. So, if you ask me, why don't so many people follow only their passion, that is the pink area of the Venn diagram? Simply because passion does not pay their bills. Because most people don't get monetary benefit from their passion. As someone who is just starting life, someone who we all need money, understood? Yeah, we all need money. So if you continue to chase your passion and that passion is not something you can gain monetary benefit from, it does not make any sense, because you are just pursuing your passion. There is no money to gain security. There is no money to build that passion into a skill that you can monetize. So there is no essence for you just pursuing your passion blindly without getting any money from it. Without money, there is no way you can progress. Without money, there is no way you can decide to scale up that business. Though I am not telling you to not follow your passion, but at least gain, like at least get some money first, get a job, get a skill, get something that can bring you money firstly, so that you can use that money to pursue your passion. You need money to go behind your passion. You know, this director that is now an ex-director in PayPal company, he actually had passion for sports, traveling around the world, but he did not chase that at the beginning of his life. He focused on getting enough money as security. Then, this person we are talking about now travels all over the world. He participates in different sports. You know, he can do anything he wants just because he now has the money. He does well in his job, he gets paid, and he later invested in his passions. He's a director, and at the same time, he has traveled to at least 36 different countries. He has gone to Singapore, he has participated in some indoor cricket games, and so on and so forth. If you are the type that do watch interviews very well, I mean all these big entrepreneurs interviews, people that do real businesses, if you watch their interviews very well, and they were asked that, so Mrs., what was your first job before you become this successful? The most common responses you are likely to get is they started selling door to door, because that is the first thing that will bring them money. Or they started by literally selling garbages, or they even started by selling their skills. There are lots of them, lots. You know, go take a look. There are a whole lot of them. Many people sell things door to door, you know, knock on people's door. Oh, hello, do you need stuff? How can I help you? That was where they were able to raise little money to start their life. As someone that is just aspiring to be rich, instead of following your passion blindly, it is advisable to first of all gain financial security. Firstly, gain financial security, then you can pursue your passion after. And another reason why following your passion is risky is because following your passion deals with emotions, and anything that has to do with emotion is going to make you weak. You know, when you love something passionately, it is dealing with your emotions already, just like when you know how to play piano very well and you know how to use the drum set. Whenever someone, you know, offend you, maybe during transaction or whatever, you will take it to heart because you have passion for that, and now you are going to really take it seriously, and it makes you weak. And when you are weak, you won't be logical while dealing with money. So instead of blindly following your passion, why not find something you spend most of your time on, something you put so much effort into, build a skill around it and monetize it to gain financial security? Or why not just be worried about solving people's problem? You see, people face a lot of problems these days. Yeah, there are a whole lot of problems you can solve for people, and people are actually craving for people that can solve problems for them. For instance, someone that is fat wants to get slim. Someone that is too slim wants to get fat. Someone that is bald wants to grow hair. I know there are a lot of businesses, and I know there are a lot of competitions nowadays. And of course, no matter how much competition there is in a particular business, there are still problems that will be developing. Now, let's take a look at technology, for instance. Before technology was invented, there is nothing like charger or battery. It was until when, let's take phone for instance, when there was no phone, there is not phone charger, because you can't just use phone charger alone without the phone itself. The phone is the subject. And when there were no electronics, when there were no all these torchlights that used to use battery does not exist, because there you can't use battery on its own without putting it into something. As much as things are getting produced, there will continue to be problems, and all you need to do is just to think of a problem, figure out a problem people are facing, and build a skill set around it and make money from it. And you know what? People do not really care about your passion. Yeah, people do not really care about your passion. All they care about is how you can get their problem solved, and they'll be willingly and happy to give you their money. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you choose wisely.